Hello everyone, and welcome to another beer review, and a slightly different location than normal. So yeah, actually my office today, because I've been behind with all my kind of videos and things like that, and I thought, right, I need to get one out, and I'm not going to have time to film it when I get home, so I thought I'll do it at the office. So that's what I'm doing. So, what are we doing today? Well, what we're doing today is a nice donation by Adrian, and it's a Wainwright Amber Ale. I think we did a golden one many moons ago, but this is now the amber one. And it says a Lake District Original, and it's 4%, and it's supposed to be rich, malty, apparently. Now, what else does it say? There's some spill on the back. So yes, it's like I said, it's 4%. It's 500ml. I don't know what it's cost, but I'll put it down below because Adrian bought it, so I don't actually know. But I will research it and I will put it down below in the beer facts. So it says, inspired by the famous Lakeland Fellwater, Alfred Wainwright, our master brewer. Alfred Wainwright. Our master brewers go the extra mile too. Just a dreadful sentence, it really is. You sometimes wonder, did they actually fucking speak English? Seriously, Christ. They search near and far for quality English malt and hops and tirelessly craft unique combinations worthy of the Wainwright name, like this satisfyingly Moorish amber ale, full-bodied flavour that's creamy and lightly fruity with a crisp, clean finish. Enjoy. Yeah, marvellous. Problem is, though, is you read all that, you think, well, that sounds marvellous, doesn't it? I believe every word. And then I look further down, just at this bit here, and it says, brewed and bottled in the UK by Carlsberg Marston Brewing Company, Wolverhampton. Yeah. Fellwater, is it? Is it Fellwater? They said, oh yes, Lakeland Fellwater. Marvellous. You get a lot of that in Wolverhampton, do you? There's a lot of that there. Do you think they're stupid, do they? Do you honestly think they're probably, going to fall for this nonsense? What's pinging in the background? Can you shit? Bloody phones. Anyway, don't get me started. And if I remember rightly, Marston's they've actually sold their share of the brewing side of the Carlsberg Marston Brewing Company to Carlsberg. So the brewing side is now 100% owned by Carlsberg, which of course is always a good thing. You can see that. That's definitely going to help matters. It's going to really improve the beer. Just allow Carlsberg to do what they effing well want, which I think most of the time they usually do anyway. And trust me, they always do it for the benefit of the beer. I've always said that with Carlsberg. When they basically make decisions regarding brewing, it's always for the benefit and the quality of the beer. And if you believe that, then I should be in politics. Because obviously I'm a far better liar than I actually thought. So yes, so apparently Marsden's are going to keep the pubs separate. They've kept the pubs separate, so they've sold off the brewing side now. So Marsden's not interested in brewing beer at all, which of course, let's be totally honest, after tasting some of their beers over the last few years, I could have fucking told you that. But anyway, they're now just going to be dealing with their kind of pubs, which of course will be still stocking their former beers that are now just brewed by Carlsberg. So there you go. There's an update. Right. And seeing I'm at the office, I don't have any of my normal bottle openers, so I've been actually raking about looking for a bottle opener, and I found, my wee Stanley knife. Anyway, Stanley knife. Swiss multi bloody Stanley knife. Seriously, I'm losing the plot. It's been a long day today. Oh, God. Jesus, God. What is the point? Fucking bastards. Right, I'll just clean this up and I will come back. Hello everyone, back again. And by the magic of me getting off my arse and wiping everything down with blue roll, we've now got a dry desk. Seriously. So for the people in the podcast, it's a nice kind of clear amber colour. Not much of a head, but in saying that though, it was sitting there for about 5 minutes while I cleaned everything down after the bloody thing did a full Vesuvius all over the desk. Smell-wise, it smells malty, a little bit floral, but mostly a bit kind of malty. A little bit of kind of golden syrup tones, maybe a little hint of toffee, but that's really all we're getting. So let's see what it tastes like. Well, it's an amber ale. A little bit of breadiness to it. It's got some nice malt flavours and nice kind of underlying sweetness going from front to back, but overall it's actually not too bad. So yeah, it's quite drinkable, and yeah, it's quite a decent level of malt, so it's not as if it's light in the body. So yeah, overall it's actually quite nice, actually kind of drinkable. And yeah, did you watch the football on Sunday? I didn't put a video out on Sunday. I thought, no, I think England needs all the help they can get, so I won't put a video. And you know, I don't want to distract them because I'm sure they'll all watch my videos, because they're all wanting to know what real ale is available and where to get it, because of course the big real ale drinkers, the members of the England football team. So they are. But yeah, not the best result, I would say. From the point of view, if you were supporting England, which I was, but if you were looking at it of did the best team win, then you have to be honest and say yes, they did. The best team did win. The best team on the night was Spain. Not by a great margin, but I would say by enough, you know, by a noticeable margin. And at the end of the day, I think they deserve to win. Disappointing for England, of course, because it'd be nice to see them actually win something. And they've been kind of knocking the door. That's 2 Euros in a row that they've been in the final. So maybe the next time will be third time lucky for them. But I think they're going to be in more finals. I think they're going to be in a lot more finals over the next 10 to 15 years. And I think all these kind of disappointments, I think they're good experience for the players to kind of turn these defeats around at some point and, you know, walk away with a trophy. But hopefully, because it'd be nice to see them do it. What I did find was quite the funny stuff on social media about all the kind of Scottish fans going on, you know. So we're the only ones, the only team recently to beat Spain and all this type of stuff, because they beat them in the qualifiers 2-0 at Hampden and all this type of stuff, and thinking, seriously, you don't seem to realise the irony that we were the worst team in the tournament, but our fans have the actual audacity to actually slag off the England team and laugh at them. Well, you maybe laugh at them, but let's be totally honest. Out of the two, which team is the joke? Unfortunately, it's the Scottish team. So I just think it's just ironic and how foolish and stupid a lot of the Scots fans are. You know, yeah, enjoy it while it lasts, but at the end of the day, they're reaching finals and just missing out. Well, we think it's a triumph. We're ready to do a lap of honour because we've qualified, and we still can't get out of the group stage. You know, in fact, we're usually the first to basically be sent home, and yeah, this time we were again. Well done, Scotland. Consistency, consistently crap. So yeah, But yeah, so yeah, Sunday wasn't a particularly good thing, so I didn't put a video out. I just thought, well, we'll leave it. I can sit and relax and enjoy the football. So this is why we're doing this one. Which overall is actually quite nice. What we'll do is we'll break down the flavours. Right. There's a nice amount of malt there, so there is. Giving you kind of nice golden syrup tones and getting little hints of toffee, and you're getting a bit of grain there. It's giving it a little slightly kind of grainy, slightly bready edge to it, and you're getting this nice kind of little bit of malty sweetness, which is there basically front to back. Moves on to the kind of mid tongue, and you're getting a kind of, how would you say, you start getting a little kind of hop, little slightly kind of slight floral coming through, very light floral, and I can see maybe a little bit of fruitiness, just a little bit of kind of dried fruits, but again it's kind of working with the sweetness, but the main kind of flavours are the kind of the grain, the slightly breadishness, and the malt, the slightly kind of golden syrup and slightly toffee tones. They're the main ones, and you got the little light accents of floralness, maybe bordering on fruitiness as well, but I would say more floral than what I'm picking up. And everything's just really kind of nice and pleasant, decent kind of body to it and everything else, and overall quite nice. And then it moves on to the back of the mouth and the aftertaste. I think just kind of dissipate. The malt and the grain, they slightly kind of staggered, so the malt starts to dissipate first. A little bit of the grain, slightly breadish, just is kind of a wee bit later in dissipating, and then the last flavour to kind of dissipate is the sweetness. But overall, it's quite a clean finish. It doesn't really kind of linger in any way, and it does dissipate fairly quickly. And overall, it's actually quite nice. No real bitterness, which I think that's one of the major things that kind of separate an amber ale from a bitter. Let's be totally honest, an amber ale is just a bitter without the bitterness. That's really what it's like in a lot of ways. It's one of these kind of hybrid kind of beers that have come out. Basically, amber ale didn't really exist. It was bitter. And then, of course, they started to make the amber ales without the bitterness, so they didn't call them bitter, they just called them amber ales. And now they're a kind of traditional beer in their own right, but no, they're just a kind of hybrid knockoff from basically the more typical English bitter. So there you go. But yeah, overall, it's not a bad beer. It's one of these ones, yeah, you can drink quite easily. It's quite sessionable and everything else. Mouthfeel was quite nice. But what would I give it out of 10? First of all, would I recommend it? Well, considering some of the other crap that comes out of Carlsberg Marston Brewing Company in Wolverhampton, this is actually quite drinkable and quite pleasant. I'm not going to say it's an outstanding beer or a wonderful beer, but it's a good standard. I would say it's slightly above average. So I would recommend it. And would I buy it myself? Depending on price, of course. I might. I probably would. But again, it depends on price, because again, it's the cases of if you're closer to the £2 mark or just over the £2 mark, you're kind of into more fuller territory. And let's be totally honest, I could go for a London Pride or an ESB, and I'm going to get a very good beer, and I'm also going to get that little bit of bitterness. If you're closer to the kind of between £1.50 and £2 mark, then yeah, I would probably say that's where it should be. But if it's £2 or more, well, let's be totally honest, I could get basically a Bolt Maker or Timothy Taylor Landlord for these type of prices, and I'd be totally honest, I'd be getting a better beer if I went that way as well. So it's kind of relative. I mean, it's an okay beer, it's a nice enough beer, but like I said, it depends what it's priced at. If it's priced too high, then, well, you're now putting it in competition with some of the kind of better well-known beers like Timothy Taylor, Landlord, or Boatmaker, or Fuller's London Pride, or ESB, or something like that. And let's be totally honest, I'd rather have them. But I would probably say if it was between £1.50 and £1.80, then okay, fine. But anything more than that, well, I probably wouldn't be buying it. But marks out of 10, what would I give it? Well, the bit came out the bloody bottle. I wouldn't give it much for that point of view, but especially on the bloody desk. But yes, out of 10, I'm going to give it, I would say it's slightly above average. It's quite nice, it's quite drinkable. I'm not sure of the price, and I think the price might obviously kind of change that, but I would probably say it's anything between 5.5 and a 6, but I'm going to say probably 5.5. It's not quite a 6, but I would say it's 5.5. It's quite drinkable, quite sessionable. I'll be totally honest, it's better than a lot of the kind of Marston stuff. Marston kind of branded beers, and a lot better from the Carlsberg side of it as well. So at the end of the day, it's a fairly decent beer coming out of Wolverhampton, which, let's be totally honest, we don't see that very often. So yeah, I would probably say 5.5 out of 10. I would recommend it if you want a kind of sweeter, kind of easy drinking amber ale, then yeah, go for it. But again, if it's closer to £2 or over, then there's a lot better out there you can get for that money. So anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers, and bye for now.